Good morning. I guess I'm just going to cruise out this way. I don't know how far I'll go this time. I don't know that you can tell from here, but there's a lot of smoke in the valley. And as the sun comes up and it gets hotter, the smoke gets worse. I believe there are some fires in California or something that are blowing the smoke up this way, and it settles in this valley, and it just does that all the time. So I don't want to push too hard because then I will be coughing all over the place. So one of the new laws in the state of Nevada has to do with building bike lanes. You can see this one's fairly narrow, but this one was established before that law. I hate this bike lane. It's not too bad right here. It's really narrow back there though. The problem with it is that bike lanes tend to get full of rocks and debris because cars push that stuff aside. Same with street sweepers. So we have to sit there and dodge all the crap that's in the road. And because of that, we tend to not just go in a straight line. I mean, if it was nice and clean like the rest of the road, I could go in a straight line, but I can't because I have to dodge the gravel. Not only that, as a two-wheeler, part of balancing is moving side to side. You saw that little track stand that I did for a bit. You saw the camera moved, I believe, to the right. Held that position. So that meant that at that moment my movement was going to the right, or as soon as I launched I had to go to the right a little bit. So giving me a very thin bike lane that only allows me to go straight means it's very difficult to dodge things, difficult to turn. So the new law is the bike lane is a little bit wider than it used to be. and they add a buffer zone. So it's nice and all, but there's still one issue that I have with it. And that is if I'm riding with a friend or riding with my wife or a kid or something like that. In bike lanes, we are required to ride single file unless the bike lane is of a certain width. And I've only seen one bike lane that's wide enough for 2 people. Let's see, I don't know that I want to go all the way out to Charleston. I hate that street. So we'll go up this way. This bike lane is nice and wide, and it's usually fairly clean. I like this one. I do wish there was a buffer zone because people still pass me, and I don't like to stay close to the curb because you can see there's all kinds of stuff over there. But not only that, if something happens and you hit the curb, you're going down. Guess we'll just do this. Whoa, glass. We'll do this fun little route here. I didn't see that glass until the sun glistened on it. Now, why do I move out here instead of hugging the curb? Well, I've already explained why I don't like the curb, but there's no more bike lane. And that means that I need to put myself in a position where I can maneuver the way I need to claim my space. If I stay to the right, people will turn, go around me and turn right in front of me and hook me. So if there's a lot of traffic and I stay to the right there, I'll end up having to sit there and wait until all that traffic clears and moves out of my way. It's really sad when they slow down to 40. I'm going to go up this one again. I went up it a little while ago and kind of liked it. It was fun. I don't know if you can see that old bus. That's cool. I'd like to have one of those. Oh, look, quail. These are the old style homes. These are fun. Anyway, so why would I want to ride side by side with somebody? Does that defeat the purpose of being on a bike? It's actually quite cool because on a bike you can decide at the spur of the moment if you want to ride side by side or single file. You don't have to stay one way or the other, unless of course you're in a narrow bike lane. But in a lot of places you can ride side by side, places that don't have bike lanes. Like right here, if I was riding with somebody, I could ride side by side with them and talk and be just fine. If I stayed single file, it would be all right too. Just wouldn't be as much fun. Here, let me show you that. That's the smog layer we have now. But you can see the sun is filtered. It's filtered by the smoke. So I'm trying not to do too much. Let's go this way. Not only that, let's say I am riding single file with someone. Well, I'm not one to be right upon someone's rear wheel because it gives no reaction time. So something needs to happen. If the person in front of me starts slowing down, I need to be able to notice that and react before I hit them. Same goes in the other direction. I don't want anyone riding and sucking my wheel because they'd hit me, and I don't really want that. So we would be spaced apart. That's my point. All I'm trying to say is there would be space between us, and that's it. Let's go up this way. We'll go up to Benedict, I guess. Anyway, yeah, we'll go to Benedict. So I would want some space, and that means that when I'm riding single file with someone, total distance from person in front's front tire to the person in back's rear tire is quite long. And the total distance sideways is narrow, but let's say I'm riding single file with someone and we're taking the lane because it's too narrow. Well, we are in the middle of the lane and motorists are not allowed to pass us in that same lane. They need to move over. They have to move the whole lane over. That means that they, I'm not going to go up. I'm going to go down and then up, just for fun. That means that it would take them longer to pass me and my friend, because they'd have to pass a long distance. If we were riding side by side, we'd still have to move over, but it wouldn't take as long this way because I'm what, 5 feet long? 5.5 maybe. So they'd be able to cruise by pretty quickly. You know, move out, not spend much time over there and come back. Not a big deal. It shortens the time passing is what it does. And that's important in regards to safety. Let's say there were 4 of us. So I'm 5 feet long. I would put, let's say 5 feet between me and the guy in front. And let's say there's 4 of us at 5 feet each, plus the space in between. So 20 feet plus 15, 35 feet. At that point, it's like passing a tractor trailer or a big rig. But you put the 4 of us together, you get a total of about 15 feet. Still got to use the other lane either way. But would you rather pass something 15 feet long or 35? Food for thought. Sure, we may be thin, but you still got to go to the next lane. So it makes absolutely no difference in regards to left to right. It makes a world of difference in regards to front and back. Quit skipping. Grab on. I think I'm going to wreck my chain if I keep doing that. The things people put up here. Look at this. You can take that to the recycler and get money. That you can dump for free. You only get to do it once a year, but you can dump it for free. All right, well, click those buttons and keep being awesome. Ride safe, and I'll see you on your left.